Hello guys, I'm sorry for being late to send you the video lesson. And today in this morning video lesson, I'm gonna share with you all about the outer ring of islands. So before we move to this new part, I'm gonna ask you some questions in the old points that we studied last week. So last week we studied in some free words in the near, yes, and the Grand Canals, right, and Ganges in India. So my question is, how many provinces were involved in the river's Great Trade Network? Okay, if you know the answer, you can pause my video and answer. And take out, don't forget the same way I very often tell you to take out your pens or pencil or notebook to study. Yes, like in the real class. Okay, to write it down. My question is again, how many provinces were involved in the river's Great Trade Network? So the answer is that there were 16 provinces. Yeah, there were 16 provinces were involved in the River Great Trade Network. And one more question. What are the three? Yes, what are the three India's great rivers form? Yes, what are the three great India's river form? Yeah. So the three India's great rivers the Hindus, Brahmaputra, and Ganges, right? So what are they from? What are they from? They are from melting snowpack and summer rains draining the high mountains. Okay, again, uh, uh, the three India's great rivers are formed from melting snowpack and summer rains draining the high mountains. Okay, thank you. In the question, yes, thank you in the questions from the old points. So now let's move to this new point about the outer ring of islands. So what is the outer ring? Outer ring, it refer to that it refer to an areas around the edges of a town or city where people live. The areas around the edges of a town or city where people live. That is called outer ring. Yes, outer ring of island. So this refer part that is outer the edges of the island. Yeah. Uh, the same as in each week, you all have to study the vocabulary first. So the first one is shallow. Shallow having only a short distance from the top to the bottom. That is called shallow. And peninsular. Peninsula is a long piece of land that stick out from large areas of land into the sea or into a lake. Yeah, into a lake. Opatfip Peninsula. And mere. Mere is used to emphasize that something is not large or important. Tramtai. Coastline. The particular shape of the coast, especially as seen from above, from the sea, or on a map. Chua Muat Samut, Chua Chirang Samut. Protrusion. Sorry. Protrusion. Protrusion. Protrusion, something that stick out from a surface or the act of doing this. การเลียนเจน ឬក៏បែក yeah. And Borneo is the types, it kind of island, yeah, that is called Koh Borneo. Yeah, Borneo. In English we pronounce it. Let's read it. Borneo. Yeah. And fertile. Yeah, fertile or fertiles. And British English it is pronounced fertile. In American English we pronounce it fertile. Yeah, fertile. Fertile. Describes animals or plants that are able to produce a lot of young or fruit. That means ชีวิตจิต. Yeah, fertile land. Yeah, fertile land. And riverine. Riverine. There is Oh, sorry. Let's pronounce this word again. We pronounce it riverine. Yeah, riverine. A riverine means relating to or situated on a river or river bank. The lay. Yes, and or we can say chirang lay, mot lay. Yes, a riverine. And drain. If you drain something, you remove the liquid from it, usually by pouring it away or allowing it to flow away. And if something drains, liquid flows away or out of it. That is called drain, means bong hồទឹក. And expose to remove what is covering something so that it can be seen. Bong hai, expose. The seep, yeah, the seep. The seep means the solid surface on the earth that lies under the sea. But the seeps here. And glacial periods. Glacial period are times that pass when the temperature was very cold and glacier covered large parts of the earth. Or one more we can say that it means age, but what called the core. Yeah. And interglacial relating to a period of milder climate between two glacial periods. Yes, that is called inter. Yeah, the two, yeah, the two IX. You refer to the periods of two IX. Interglacial. And yeah, inundate a flat an area, yeah, to flood an area with water. Chun chum nun thua chun lịch. And ongoing continuing to exist, yeah, continuing to exist or develop or happening at the present moment. Yeah, moment. Kampung mentol. Glacial extremely cold. Glacial melting means ការរលាយទឹកកក yeah, glacial melting ការរលាយទឹកកក and biogeographically means a branch of biology that deal with the geographical distributions of plants and animals. ជីវសាស្ត្រ yeah, ជីវសាស្ត្រ distinct, yeah, distinct, clearly noticeable, that certainly exist, ជាក់លាក់ distinct. Placental, the temporary organ that feeds a fetus. It means a developing baby inside its mother's womb. Yeah, womb. Sok, yeah, sok. Marsupial, yeah, marsupial, yeah, marsupials are types of mammal from Australasia or South, yeah, from Australia South or Central America is not completely developed when it is born and is carried around in a pocket on the mother's body where it is fed and protected until it is completely developed. ពពួកតនកសត្វ yeah, ពពួកតនកសត្វដែលមានអាថងពុះ yeah, ដែលមានថងពុះដូចសត្វកង់គ្រូដាក់កូនវាអញ្ចឹង that is called marsupial, yeah, marsupial. And the next one, salament, yeah, salament, satal, yeah, settlement, we pronounce it salament, yeah, a place where people come to live or the process of settling in such a place. ការតាំងលំនៅ seagoing our ships, it focuses on a ship, a boat, etc. Yeah, it offers it ship designed for traveling across, large areas of sea. Yeah, seagoing, ជំនាញសមុទ្រ ជំនាញដើរសមុទ្រ ជំនាញចុះសមុទ្រ yeah. One more refer to the design for traveling across large areas of sea. Spectacular, it very exciting to look at. Do you know Oja? Arc, arc, arc. A powerful flow of electricity that goes across a space between 2 points ផ្កាភ្លើង arc. Spectacular arc, it means ផ្កាភ្លើងដ៏អស្ចារ្យផ្កាភ្លើងដែលគួរឲ្យចាប់អារម្មណ៍ចង់មើល If we talk about arc of volcano, ផ្កាភ្លើងនៃបន្ទប់ភ្នំភ្លើង and peak, the pointed top of a mountain or the mountain itself កំពូលភ្នំ peak. outer curve ខ្សែកោងខាងក្រៅ blowaway បក់បោក and paroxysmal Paroxysmal is sudden or powerful expression of strong feeling, especially one that you cannot control. Plim. And atmospheric relating to the air or to the atmosphere នៃបរិយាកាស the adjective. Churn also churn up to make something, especially a liquid, with great force. បក់បោក lash, to hit with a lot of force. វាយបុកបក់បោក the same as it churns. And aftermath, the period that follows an unpleasant event or accident and the effect that it causes. Paul វិបាក muffle to make a sound quarter or less clear សំឡេងរំខាន tidal wave, an extremely large wave caused by movement of the earth under the sea, often caused by an earthquake, or we can say that a shaking of the earth លោកជួយដីជួយមកពីដូចជា we can say that tsunami, tsunami, like tsunami. And the next one, magnitude, a large size or importance of something ទំហំដ៏ធំ magnitude. Exceptional, a large, much greater than usual, especially in skill, intelligence, quality, etc. ពិសេសអស្ចារ្យ exceptional. Peaks already above កំពូលភ្នំ and preside over something. Preside means to be in charge or of a situation, especially a form, meeting, or a trial. A trial. ដឹកនាំធ្វើអធិបតី and greater, the round holes at the top of a volcano or holes in the ground similar to this, or រណ្ដៅភ្នំភ្លើង greater. Deity or deity, deity, a god or goddess. អាទិទេព deity, អាទិទេព miraculously, means in ways that suggest or resembles a miracle. อภูตហេតុ spare, to not hurt or destroy something or someone. អភិរក្ស Okay, that's all everybody that we studied this from to the end of this vocabulary. Okay, let's move above and read together, and don't forget to, the same as I tell you, you should take out your notebook to write them down of the vocabulary. And let's read and to know the meaning in this text, to understand from the this part, yeah, the outer ring of islands, the northeastern island. Where exactly is the eastern edge of Asia? Yeah, where exactly is the eastern edge of Asia? Looking at a map of Southeast Asia as it is today, we see the family southwestward. Yeah, so westward, a curve of Vietnam ending just a little beyond the Mekong Delta. Yeah, Mekong Delta. The shallow 118 feet South China, South China Sea separates mainland Southeast Asia from island insular. Yeah, Southeast Asia, the groups of islands that make up Indonesia and the Philippines. A long peninsula of which Burma, Thailand, and Malaysia own pieces drops almost to the equator, and comes within a few miles of Sumatra. But this is today. You can see the map 1.4. If we were, yeah, if we were to look back a mere 10,000 years, we would see a far different coastline. Yeah, a far different coastline. The the eastern protrusion of Vietnam dropped straight down to Borneo. Sumatra, Java, Borneo were the southern highlands of mainland Southeast Asia. A vast and fertile riverine basin was drained by Thailand's uh, Chao Phraya, yeah, Chao Phraya river, and then the largest river system in Southeast Asia, Highams, 1980 years of 1989. The only islands in Southeast Asia were the Philippines, Sulawesi, and the smaller islands east of Bali. The area that was exposed above the seas is known as the Sunda Shelf, the true eastern limits of Asia. During glacial period, when the waters are locked up in the Arctic, the tundra shelf is exposed and dries. During warm interglacial such as the one we have been in for the last several thousand years, the South China Sea rises and inundates it. The inundating of the coastline has been going on very recently, perhaps as recently as 1,000 years ago. Though the main inundation was between 8,000 and 4,000 years ago, and with on ongoing global warming and glacial melting, the coastlines are again at risk. The changes worse in comparatively recent times, and disasters of present population, population, including human ones, have lived through at least three of these cycles. Beyond the true eastern edge of Asia, beyond Borneo and beyond what is called Wallace, Wallace Line, it is called a biogeographically distinct region. Placental mammals are found on the east side. Marsupial are on the far side. Sorry. Since there was a time when land bridge connected New Guinea and Australia to Asia, as human settlement, they are dependent on seagoing skills, which must have developed early. See letters in this chapter. You can see the letters in the chapter. A spectacular arc of volcanic peaks follows the outer curve of Indonesia north through Sulawesi and the Philippines and on to Japan. The most famous of the volcanic eruptions in recent times occurred in August 27th in the year 1883, when an island between Sumatra and Java called uh, Krakatau began a series of para, paroxysmal explosions that ended blowing away two-thirds of the island. Francis of Cell A 1983. No witnesses survived. Its effects, however, were felt around the world. The explosion was heard 1,500 miles away in Australia and in South India, and the ash caused atmospheric effect and gorgeous sunsets around the world for months. Tsunamis moving as fast as air waves churned through the Sunda Strait and lashed the shores of Sumatra and Java, killing over 30,000 people. From these waves. And wave from Krakatau reached Honolulu in 11 hours. It is thought that the thick ash, the thick ash in the immediate aftermath of the eruption may have muffled the noise of explosion for people nearby through heard quite well in Australia 1,500 miles away, and so failed to warn them of the coming tidal waves. You can see these maps here. This is called the map Southeast Asia showing volcanism and Suda Shelf. 68 years earlier, an even more devastating eruption occurred, whose global destruction has only recently come to be understood. We know now that bad as Grata 12 was it was only half the magnitude of Tambora on nearby islands. But Krakatau and Tambora were exceptional events. Most people in the island regions live near potentially dangerous active volcanoes and simply get used to the danger. To the east of Java is the small island of Bali, only 90 by 50 miles wide, which has its own chain of volcanic mountains. The highest, 3,142 meters of these peaks is Mount Angang, which erupted in November 2017 and is presided over by a male god who has powers over fire. Although, but perhaps more sacred called Yeah, cone. It is shaped with a flat round. Yeah, flat round or oval base, and a top that becomes narrower until it forms a point. That's called crown. Yeah, it's Mount Batu. A young volcano is the in the heart of uh, an ancient crater. Parts of this crater is Lake Butcher, homes of the goddess of the lake. Both of these deities, it is said, were given authority over valley by the great god of Mount Mahabhairo. Example Kailash, Shiva on the Indian continent. This yeah, deity presides over highly active volcanoes which erupt with disastrous frequency, burying whole villages, but often miraculously, yeah, miraculously sparing temples. Okay, thank you for the in this video lesson that you all try to listen and try to write, and write the vocabularies into your notebook, and don't forget to read and listen to my video lesson again and again to understand from this, uh, because we are going to have the exams soon, Jeff. In the paper exam, maybe it has from this, and I will drop the question into our Telegram groups. Okay, if you have the question, you can ask me the same as I mentioned in each week. Goodbye, see you, good luck, everybody. See you.